Welcome back to SportsCenter. David and Nicole here with you. OKC grabs game one at home. A great sign for SGA and company. Since 2000, 16 Western Conference teams have won game one at home during the conference finals. Of those teams, only the 2012 Spurs did not go on to make the finals. The Thunder 6-1 at home this postseason. That's the sixth time they've won 6 or more of their first 7 home games in franchise history. 3 of those 5 led to a finals appearance. Plenty of series to go, obviously, but OKC trying to make its first finals appearance since 2012. Their only title in franchise history came in 1979 as the Seattle Supersonics.
So we now welcome in the newest guy, the newest member of our SportsCenter at Night family. That would be Michael Malone, former coach of the Denver Nuggets. Hello, sir. Look, obviously you look at this game and the second half told the story of all the things for Oklahoma City. When you look at that offense, how did they break things open the way that they did in the second half?
Well, I actually think it started with their defense. They forced 19 turnovers tonight and converted those into 31 points. We talked about that pregame going in. We talked about during the Denver Nuggets series. You cannot come into this building and turn the ball over and expect to win. And obviously OKC's defense, that's what they do. They do it at an elite level. And then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he showed why he's the MVP. He took over in the second half, did so in a very efficient manner, and put the team on his back when they needed him to do so.
Hey, Michael, you've obviously had to prepare for this Thunder team many times in the past. So good on both ends of the floor. They play 10 deep. They're relentless on each side of the floor. How do you prepare for a team like OKC?
Well, obviously, to your point, that they're tremendously deep. You saw guys like Kenrich Williams come into the game tonight. Isaiah Joe played tonight, didn't play a lot in their last series. So they're deep, but once again, a lot of controllable things for Minnesota going into game 2. They did not get a lot from their bench tonight. They have to be a lot better. Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker have to be a lot more efficient. But once again, Chris Finch is going to tell his guys, fellas, we cannot play in a crowd. We cannot dribble the ball into the paint. They're going to collapse. They're going to get out and run, and you cannot beat yourself. Good teams don't do that. So a lot to take from this game from Minnesota, and I expect a much better effort from them come game 2.
It wasn't really just their bench. I mean, you saw Julius Randle have one hell of a first half, was a little quiet then in the second half, and there were exactly 0 points from Ant in that fourth quarter. What do those two specifically need to do differently in game 2?
Well, you look at the paint scoring. I think the final score in the paint was 54-20 in OKC's favor. I think Minnesota settled for a lot of threes tonight. I think they can be a lot more aggressive. Give credit to OKC's defense. They sit and boxes and elbows take away the paint, but they've got to get some easy baskets. They got to get out and run, try to score in transition. Julius Randle had a great first half, building on a stellar playoff performance so far up until the Western Conference Finals in game 1. But he's got to bring that for 4 quarters. It can't be just for a half. And Anthony Edwards, he's got to be the guy that kind of sets the tone, looks to score, attacks the basket. And if they're going to sit and take him away, he's got to find guys. And when he does that, those players have to step up and make open shots. And they really struggled in that area tonight.
So game 1 in the books. It goes to OKC, and the chess match begins. We'll see what kind of adjustments are made ahead of game 2 on Thursday. Michael Malone, good enough to join us tonight on Sports.
NBA